Hello everyone, and we have another beer review, funnily enough. And today we're continuing on the kind of Russian theme. So today we have Baltika 5, or in Russian, Baltika 5. And I don't think I've ever drunk Baltika 5. I'll be totally honest, because of the mass-produced kind of nature of it all, I haven't really been drinking that many Baltikas over the years, just because I wanted to try more of the more traditional local stuff. I'll probably change glasses because the writing's quite small in the bottle, and we need to see. I think the alcohol content's roughly about, it's over 5 anyway, but let's see what it was. The last one we did was Kooler, which was 4.7, which was a Baltika kind of pale lager. This is a premium lager, and it's supposed to be, it's 5.3%. I've always struggled to read the details. And this is a 470ml bottle, so it is, just to give you a look at it. So it's premium. It doesn't really kind of say anything that I can see, obviously, to be totally honest. The writing's so damn small, even with my reading glasses, I can't read it. I really am going blind, I really am. But anyway, let's crack on and see what this is like. Again, it's got the same pull top. There we go, it really is quick and easy. Makes life easier, so let's see how it pours. Again, you're getting the grain, you're getting that kind of malt and grain kind of smells. Don't smell anything that's kind of relating to hops in any real kind of major way. No any kind of distinct smells that are associated with different hops. So anyway, as you can see, it's been poured. It's quite a light lager. It's well carbonated. There's a bit of a head. That's what we call a floating head. So let's see what it's like. It's it has a similar flavour profile to the Baltika Kooler that we basically reviewed recently, but its flavours are probably just a little bit stronger, a bit more intensity, but the flavour profiles are almost identical. And this is supposed to be a golden lager, and well, it's still quite light for supposed to be a golden lager. I suppose it is more golden than, say, what the Kooler was, but yeah, you're getting no real aftertaste. Maybe a slight hint of sweetness in the aftertaste, but there was really nothing there. I'm getting old and tired. But yeah. It's there's a bit of crispness, not much dryness, and yes, it's you're getting the kind of grain and slightly malt flavours to start with, and the kind of taper off from the kind of mid-tongue down to the kind of back of the mouth, with a slight sweetness kind of finish and nothing else. And again, it doesn't linger. So there's no bitterness in any way, shape or form. So if it is hopped, it's very lightly hopped. As you can see, there isn't much of a foamy head, which again tends to kind of go along with a kind of lack of head and a lack of kind of hop flavours. So it looks like hops is kind of scarce. Now, I've just been thinking, it reminds me of a beer that I've had before, and I was trying to remember there. I was racking my brain while I was talking there and tasting it and yawning what it was, and I remember now. It reminds me of MGD, Miller Genuine Draft. It's a bit kind of Miller Genuine Draft in flavour. Maybe a slight bit more kind of intense flavour than the MGD or Miller Genuine Draft. But all the flavour profiles are there and how it works and everything else. So yes, I would class this as a kind of Russian version of Miller Genuine Draft. Now, Miller Genuine Draft, well, we used to kind of slag it off in the day, and well, it's about beer and everything else. I'll be totally honest, Miller Genuine Draft is probably a heck of a lot better than some of the crap that's being sold now. I would rather probably have a bottle of Miller Genuine Draft than say Carling or Foster's or something like that, but yeah, I'd rather kind of mass-produced beer, and I suppose yes, but at least it tastes like beer. I think a lot of these kind of like with the Fosters and the Carlings and all that, you can sometimes wonder, is it actually brewed or is it just kind of beer flavourings with added alcohol? But because at least with these you're not getting any kind of chemical tastes, whereas you are getting it with some of these kind of present day kind of popular mass produced beers. But yeah, it's got a nice mouthfeel. The carbonation is just nice. Again, just gives that kind of velvety kind of texture in the mouth. So there's nothing harsh about it. And yeah, it's very kind of unoffensive, easy to drink. Better, in my view, than the beers that I reviewed, is the kind of more mainstream popular beers in that little kind of mini series. So yes, yeah, there's, for it being a higher alcohol content, I don't think it's really added anything to it between the kind of Kooler and that. I don't see why this is a premium one and Kooler wasn't, because the flavour profiles are very, very similar. I mean, there isn't really that much of a difference between the two, flavour wise. There isn't really that much of a difference in kind of colour. So one good thing though, there's no chance of it being skunked. At least they're kind of using kind of the right bottle, so at least that's quite good to see. So yeah, what would I rate it? I would probably rate it 2.7 out of 5. I would give it 2.7. I would. It's unoffensive. It's easy to drink. It tastes like beer. It's strange how it kind of has all them flavour profiles as Miller Genuine Draft, and how popular that became. Although, from what I've been hearing, Miller Genuine Draft can still be bought in Scotland. I think it's kind of non-existent down in England because I haven't seen it. But what I've been hearing is that you can still get it, excuse me, in Scotland. I'm not going to say you can get it everywhere and it's readily available, but from what I've been told, yes, you can get it. But it kind of disappeared very, very kind of quickly. It came in, it was very, very popular. Everybody was drinking it, every place was selling it. It was always in the supermarkets, in the kind of gold and black boxes, always on sale and everything else, and just kind of seemed to be overnight, it just disappeared. Same with Miller Lite as well, that was there and then that disappeared. Coors as well, Coors Light. It's almost past my bedtime. But yeah, so yeah, give it a wee shake about it, see what it does. But yeah, it's very easy to drink, unoffensive. You could obviously really have this with really anything. It's quite a good kind of like social beer, you know, you got friends round, guests round, barbecue, football, party, just having a good chinwag in the kitchen, that type of thing. So yeah, well, you can see it just tend to kind of foam up like what basically Miller Genuine Draft did. So it really is, it's a like kind of Russian version of Miller Genuine Draft, but I'll give it 2.7 because it's compared to our kind of average kind of mainstream beers, it's more palatable for me and nicer to drink. So yeah, not so bad at all. So there you go. My view, if you want to try it, you'll be able to buy it at Beers of Europe. I think it's again below £2 a bottle. I'm sure in Russia it's a heck of a lot cheaper. And yeah, something I would say give it a try. And if you want, you can try and get it from Beers of Europe. Is it .com or .co.uk? Again, there's no affiliation, I'm getting nothing for saying it, but at the end of the day it's where I managed to find it and it was quick and easy to get it delivered, so I ordered it and I think it was only a couple of days before it arrived, so can't complain with how quick it was. What I can say is they do list a lot of beers, but unfortunately a lot of them always seem to be out of stock or unavailable, so that's disappointing. Yeah, I can understand that sometimes you're out of stock and things like that, but I'm going to look at it and keep monitoring it and see if these kind of beers come back into stock, or are they actually going to get it back into stock, because I think sometimes it's a case of that maybe they sell it and then they think, right, well, we won't get that back in again because it didn't really sell particularly well, it's a bit of a struggle. I suppose it's a business after all, but it'd be nice that some of the beers that I could have got, because the problem is I didn't want to buy all Baltika stuff. I wanted to basically buy other stuff that was available, supposedly, but was out of stock. So that was a bit annoying. Plus there was some other stuff that was kind of missing as well, like a very popular beer, especially in draft everywhere. Because one of the major things in Russia, you can get beer in fast food places like KFC and Burger King and all these type of places, and I like that. And a lot of times, sometimes they have like 2 for 1. You know, buy a beer and you get another one for free, and that's good. I like that. There's a few pictures of me just sitting there in KFC having a couple of pints, or in Burger King just thinking, well, I might get a burger at some point. That type of thing. And a very popular kind of beer on these kind of drafts, and that is a beer called Sibirsky Corona, which is a Siberian Crown in English, and it's a very popular lager in Russia, especially in draft and also in bottles. And they do a lime version. It's obviously kind of sweeter, and of course it's got the kind of lime through it as well, lime flavouring. So it's almost like a kind of a lager and lime type scenario, which is I suppose it's quite nice. Kind of refreshing on a hot day, that type of thing. And yeah, it'd be nice to get some of that, just to kind of being able to review that, but they don't have any Sibersky Corona available on that site. So I might try and get the wife to bring a couple of bottles back. I think that'd be a good one. But I'll have to speak nice to her, because she might tell me to off. You know what I mean? She does that, you know, and again. Could you? And okay. So yeah, we'll see. I'll speak nice to her. I might have to promise some things, but we'll see if she can get us a couple of bottles to try. But yeah, in the meantime, 2.7 out of 5, just above average, non-offensive, easy drink, lager, nicer than what I was tasting from the mainstream kind of offerings in the UK. So that's us for this review. Thanks for watching. Cheers, and bye for now.